This is just a little bit of, as my friend Mac Tightwell was saying, knife porn. But this is my collection, and all I can say is I hope you like them. There are a couple of unusual ones. Obviously, there is the GPO box cutter knife, which I rescued and repinned and did all kinds of stuff to it and repolished the handle because it was in awful state. All these knives are stored away and oiled. They're all EDCs. They're all legal to carry in the UK, and some of them have some age to them, and they're laid out in an order. Firstly, we have the Victorinox big boy with everything on it. As you can see, it's a brilliant knife, but I don't use it because I have others that I prefer, and there's one that isn't on here, which is the small Victorinox, which this is a copy of, and we'll go into that more later. And this, a lot of you will recognise this particular knife. This is a Richards of Sheffield, and they were very common back in the 50s and 60s. This one dates from the late 60s, and it was in a fishing box, but it was in a fishing box inside a cardboard box wrapped up in brown paper. It had been used, but not a lot. I give it a little bit of ZP's Tender Loving Care, and you can see that it's back to full condition. It is a lovely knife. I was so pleased to find it, and I mean find it. It was in some fishing gear, and normally you find these and they are rusted, completely rusted, because this is not stainless steel, and for a knife that's not stainless steel to be in this condition, still glinting away under the lamp of my camera, is something special. And this is one for Jim from Nicest Knives. What do you reckon, mate? It's not bad, is it? And then we go to this. This was issued to postmen in sorting rooms. It's a GPO knife, and it's got GPO 66 stamped on it. It's in not bad condition. It was pretty wafty when I got it, but I gave it a good clean and reset the pins, these pins, because they were coming out, and the pin here for the blade, that was halfway out as well, and it's been lovingly restored. It's got a name on it. I think it says Joseph Jackson, but I'm not sure. I'll try and see if you can. I haven't got the hang of this camera yet, and but I will, because it is a good camera. I can't blame it on the camera anymore. It's me. But as you can see, it's definitely used and abused, this knife. I wish I had a before and after shot of it, but I haven't, unfortunately. Now, this one is my pride and joy. It's 1926. It's a paper cutter's knife, or printer's knife. It was used by bookbinders as a page cutter. When you bound a book, all the pages were folded, and you cut them apart very skillfully with a very sharp knife. And this is the knife that they used, the type of knife that they used. It's got Charles Baker and Sons and Papermakers Limited on the side. It is not stainless. It was found in a little brown envelope at the back of a set of drawers out of a print shop, and this was stuck at the back, and it was caught in the back of the drawer at the back. And I pulled it out, or my friend pulled it out and said, "Look at this, Cave." And he very kindly, he said, "I don't want it," gave it to me because he don't like knives. And I mean, there are some people out there that actually do not like knives, and I don't think he's ever picked up a knife in his life, really. He don't like cooking. His wife's a really good cook, and he just gave it to me, and I'm very glad he did. It's had just a little bit of use, but not a lot. None of those, I've not cleaned the blades or anything. Those little scratches are off the paper when it was used, and hasn't been abused. And it was just stuck back in the little brown envelope with a little pink bit of paper saying 1926 on it, and these people, and presented by, it says, these people. So it was a freebie for a print shop. So there you are. We go over to this. This is smoking related. This it's not a popular knife with me, not because it's got anything to do with smoking, though I haven't ever smoked. I've not smoked a day in my life, but this is quite a nice engine turn pattern on it. It's a very nice knife. It's made in Sheffield. It's stainless. It's just got stainless Sheffield, England. It hasn't got a maker's mark on it. It's just a generic. But now coming down to these marked the end of knives like this one. Now if you bought this one is a stainless steel blade, and it's John Petty and Son, Sheffield. It's got stainless in the centre. When you bought these knives, they were somewhere in the region of £1.10, something like that. Maybe sometimes maybe a little bit more, depending on where you bought it, and that was a lot of money for the time. But you got a good knife. Then I'll put it next to this one just to show you. This one came along, and I know how much the man paid for this when he bought it, because he gave it to me. This is a Japanese knife, and the market just became flooded with them. 50p, £1.50. I know the one I would have would be this one. It's a beautiful little knife, as you can see. It's got two blades, a little panel where you could put an inscription if you wanted to, but I'm glad they didn't. And it says, turn it the right way up, stainless. when it came to British knife makers making their stuff in this country, and then all of a sudden these knives, which are also stainless, hit the market. They bought these by the hundreds. This, by the way, is a single blade, one blade in this, not two, as you can see. With this one you got two blades, but people still bought these in their hundreds. And this thing you could stick on your keyring for 50p. And this is the Victorinox rip-off, I suppose you would say, and that's from Japan. These all date from the 1900s, 1926, as we said, 1950s, 1950s, believe it or not, this 19 come on, I've got it all written down, but this was definitely from the 1960s, but the late 1960s. They still make these, but that is such a good in such good condition for a knife of this type that it don't come out of the oil paper, and obviously the Victorinox. So this is my collection, and I hope you like it, Jim. But these, as I say, these are just the EDCs. I've got fixed blades, but these I could carry. Any one of these knives, according to the British law, as I understand it, I can carry as an EDC. So not that I would, because they're too cherished, but there you go. That is it. They are my knives. 0 pence. Thanks for watching.